Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What is up, my glip glops? How are we all doing today? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Yep, I am officially live. I just got the notification as well. Gonna see who pours up in here first before I get a rolling. It is Friday, the 14th of Augusto. And I got some news for you. I got some shit that I want to talk about today. I got a whole bunch of stuff on the docket because today is one of those days where I just don't like people. And those are the best days for me to go live. I'm going to be honest with you. When I don't like people, I just fucking bump that shit out. Just bump it out. I don't care. So, Mike sounds like shit. Let's see what we got here. I bet you $100. Good call on that one. Audio. Thank you, Phil. Let me know. Normally I check that before I go live, but Phil, how's that sound now, buddy? It was going to my webcam for some stupid fucking reason, even though I reset it. How's it sound now? Give me the thumbs up. Let me know in the chat. Perfect. The West is over. Time to look to the European or Eastern Europe and Asia. What a topic. I'm glad you brought that up first thing because I've been debating the same thing. I am not going to divulge my plans right now just because, but I am in the same boat as you. I've been thinking about something very similar. However, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. It's probably something I'm going to have a conversation with my guys in the WarTribe about as to the game plan going forward. Because I trust those guys a lot. We talk about a lot of good shit, and we play devil's advocate a lot towards certain types of plans and what we're going to do. So, fuck. But yeah, today's Friday, and people generally suck. I've had a few instances this week that have made me kind of come to that conclusion, but today was just one of those days as well. So, oh balls. Not cool, not cool. Let's get refocused here. How's you guys? It's Friday. How's y'all's Friday doing? What are we up to? What are people getting into? Yeah, nothing but a bit of fire and brimstone can't solve. I agree. Let's rock and roll. Rock and roll. Anyway, fuck it. I was going to wait for a few more people to roll in here before I started to get on the main subjects, but I am impatient today. I don't really give a flying fuck. First and foremost, I don't care. Yeah, so let's get rolling. First and foremost, oh man, like I always talk about, I've just been training my ass off lately. Been focused and dedicated on that as well. I am at a point right now. I am not going to lie to you. This is my declaration, especially based off of the fucking last 3 interactions I've had with women. Honestly, I'm kind of done. I'm done for a bit. I'm tapping out of the marketplace for a little bit. Going kind of monk mode. Gonna do a little retention, I think, if that makes any sense. But the big thing is I am very, very disappointed with the marketplace right now as far as what I am seeing with women on the marketplace today. Very disappointed. Like I talked about the last time I was up on here. Man, we are talking 20 to 30 to 50 pounds overweight with the same type of attitude and the same expectations that they had previous to the weight gain, previous to the quarantine. The next thing is, and here's the thing, is I hold myself to a certain standard. I do. You guys know it. You hear me talk about this. I eat a very specific diet. I train a lot. Everything I do in my life. I sat here the other day. I looked around. I've actually been taking inventory now because I realized this about myself. Before I used to sit there and think that maybe like 30% of my income or whatever would go towards like personal health and development. And I look around my place right now and I look at the amount of money that I put into taking care of myself. And believe it or not, I'm not ashamed of this. I think this is an amazing aspect of who I am as a person. I invest in myself through and through. It's what's gotten me through so much shit in my life to build me into the person I am today. And here I am, and I'm fucking with these girls on these online dating apps and all this other shit. They don't fucking match up. And I'm not saying I want a girl that matches up. I don't want a girl competing with me. I don't want a girl that's even in the same hobbies as me. None of the shit. I don't want just one girl. But I do want to be messing with women, these types of women that are higher value, that know their higher value, that recognize their value and maintain their value. That's what I'm looking for in a feminine light too. The other downfall that we're seeing today is this. When women try to demonstrate their value, they try to demonstrate their value in a masculine way. And to me, that is a big no-no. That is disgusting and gross. But then the other aspect that we're seeing today is just grossness in general. Shit diets, constantly drinking, smoking way too much, just messing around constantly, not taking life seriously, not having any direction. And like I said, it doesn't have to be professional direction. A direction could just simply be for a woman to maximize her value and try to lock down the highest value man they possibly could while maintaining their value. That's an amazing direction. Women would be a lot smarter. A lot of these girls try to sit here and say, I'm strong and independent and all this other shit, and I'm smart or I'm intelligent because I got this degree and this degree and this degree. No. That's not a smart woman. A smart woman is a woman who knows how to play the game, girl game, that invests into keeping and maintaining her value and maximizing her investment. So I'm done. I'm done messing with these fucking haphazard ass women. I'm glad to be at the notch count level that I'm at. I'm glad to have had the experiences that I've had. But I've just gotten to a point now where it's like, yo, I am this level of dude. I got a standard now. Before I had a standard, it was 6.5s and above, right? But I'm just getting tired of the 6.5s, man. I'm getting tired of the 6.5s. I'm getting tired of the 7s, or what appears to be a 7. And then you actually meet up with them and they're fucking 5.5 right now because of the quarantine, fucking 15, 25, 55, whatever, right? Fuck that shit. Gross. I also have a standard now too. Nothing over 27. Nothing over 27, man. Like, I'm not going to fuck with anything over 27 years old. I went on a date the other night with this girl, 30 years old, 31 years old, I think, something like that. And she just wanted to try to play this game. She wanted to play this game of like she was in charge. I'm not having it. I'm not. Bye. See you later. Get your fucking clothes back on, right? Get your clothes back on and make the drive back home. What's up, Mr. Brian Yoshi? Thank you for the $20 super chat. My man Brian's a good dude. Found me through the Iboga stuff that I did and has been an amazing friend on the side as well, and just an amazing supporter of what I do. So thank you, Brian. Very much appreciated. In Eastern Europe and Asia is where the polarity between male and female is intact. Young, fit, soft-spoken, ready to serve and please. The Tates are killing it in Romania with 8s, 9s, and 10s. I'd have to go see that myself, personally. I would, to see what they're really doing, but I can kind of agree with you there. personally as well. Me personally, the type of genetics that I'm looking for when I decide to procreate with a woman and have a quote unquote, what some people would consider a wife. I have different boundaries as to what I would call it, because it'd be more like a business contract for them to have my children. But I am definitely more keen to the Mediterranean, the Greek, the Croatian. Greece and Croatia, Malta. Oh my God. There was this one girl that used to work out at my gym. This is I don't have a lot of regrets in life, man, but I used to have some really blue-pilled rules back in the day, believe it or not. And I never used to sleep with girls that had boyfriends. And this one girl that went to my gym, she was dating this total beta, and we went out after a workout. Actually, no, I think we actually kind of set up a date. But it wasn't a date. I was so stupid. It was a date. It was a motherfucking date. I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to it was a fucking date. We went out, we went drinking a little bit. We had a couple beers. We went back to the gym. That's where I lived. We were there. She was ready, giving me all the signals. I knew it. This girl, and she was throwing it out all during when we were drinking too. She was telling me that she fucking gets all her hair lasered off of her. She was from Malta, by the way. This olive skin. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. Like, had her back in my place, knew it was there. It was teed up. I'm like, because I was what you'd call like a blue pill alpha before, right? I had those ideals. Don't sleep with women that are married, because then the karma is going to come back at you. Don't sleep with girls that have boyfriends, because the karma is going to come back at you. Especially even looking at this girl too, she was like girlfriend material. But it was also, knowing that she had a boyfriend, I was like, don't ruin it in your mind. That's what I was thinking. Don't ruin it. Like, convert her to girlfriend later, because if you sleep with her now, you know full well that she could potentially do that to you, right? That's like the blue pill type of thing, knowing full well she was monkey branching at that point in time. But anyway, one of my biggest regrets was not banging her. She was so hot, from Malta. So very happy with that. I was happy with that style of genetics, the way she looked. Goddamn. Would have definitely pumped some fucking babies into her. Jeez Louise. But yeah, big regret. I'm not fucking doing that. I should have smashed and dashed. Red pill king right now. Looking back, I think about that a little bit. I'm like, God damn it. You guys ever look back at your fucking like blue pill days and you're just like, fuck. Ugh. I made some dumb mistakes. I made some shit where I wish I could fucking go back. I did that too again with I had this fucking, I could have converted it to a threesome, but one of the girls had a boyfriend, and it was right there. It was right there. Two hot, dirty blondes, one with big old fake boobies, the other one with a fucking fat ass. It would have been the perfect fucking setup. And I didn't. This is blue pill days, like I said. I didn't maximize on it. Stupid. Just stupid. I'll answer this question here real quick. Women's prime years, 18 to 24. Yeah, and once you start getting up to 24, though, man, I'll tell you. Would Instagram be a platform to provide a better medium to filter, vet out the catfish? The answer is yes. But here's the deal. I tell people, if you're a fucking average Joe, do not ever give a woman your social media, period. Because when you give a woman your social media and you are not someone that has a lot of followers, or because that's all social media is social proof. So if you don't have pictures of you fucking traveling all over the world, you don't have pictures of you in fucking yachts, or, staying in fucking mansions, or you next to Lambos or whatever, or like, it doesn't have to be that extreme, but like, you have to use your social media as something that shows that you are of a higher status, that you're a higher status male. If you don't have that, if you don't have a lot of followers, because you got to remember, Women are social creatures, and they use social status, right? Social vetting as a means to determine your value. So if you're sitting over here and you only got 300 followers or subscribers or whatever the fuck it is on Instagram, you're a fucking schmuck. Why is she someone who just posted a fucking bikini pic 2 months ago and now she has 3,000 fucking followers? Why is she going to, in her mind, lower her value to you? So don't use that. I just go straight for the fucking phone number. Straight for the phone number in order to vet her, send pics, or I do FaceTime. FaceTime them. Hey, let's hop on FaceTime here. When are you free? And I use that to build up attraction. If I know she's the type of woman that I can't just text to sex, I'll use the FaceTime, especially now during COVID. I'll use the FaceTime to build up the sexual tension in order for it to convert over to, hey, you should come over, right? So now she feels comfortable. She doesn't think I'm a fucking serial killer and all this other shit, even though she might think I'm still a serial killer and be attracted to that. But at least she's seeing that I'm not a catfish, that I'm as attractive, if not more, than my photos. I'm playing the game with her on FaceTime. She's getting the attraction and arousal through that. That's the way you want to go. Instagram's not going to work out for you, though, if you don't have any of all that stuff. Yes, I know I should have. Big regret there. She was hot. Super hot. German, Austria, Estonia, Poland, Latvia, Hungary. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I think about all the high school hoes I should have smashed and then showed interest, but my dumbass didn't realize. I think about that all the time too. I was super, super picky in high school, and I cared too much about my quote unquote popularity that I didn't really have. I was like the middle of the road guy. I was like kind of cool with everybody. I was cool with the popular people, but not cool enough to be part of their group. I was cool with kind of like the geekier, nerdier people, or the whatever, the off-brand types of people. And there were a couple girls in that off-brand. Oh man, especially now, some of those goth chicks, some of those what do we call that shit? Not punk, but alternative girls. Man, there were a whole bunch of girls that were down, and I should have just done it. She just started smashing back then, man, but I didn't. I was like looking for the hottest girls. I believe it or not, senior prom, I took the hottest girl in school to senior prom, but we didn't smash. Very upset about that too. Kind of glad though. That girl was a fucking nut job. But I took her to prom because nobody else had the balls to ask her. Crazy. Nobody wanted to approach her. Big titty goth chicks, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. And they would have been freaks. Freaks, man. All about fucking just sucking some D and taking some loads. Oh, definitely mess that up. Yep, I hated all those years of being addicted to that scarcity mindset and emotional state. Wish I didn't have to waste that time just to get to this point, but that's okay. All you can do is control forward. Well, just like me talking about regretting not banging that girl, you need to have those pain points in your life to reflect back upon and say, oh yeah, I've grown from there. I understand the reason. I understand the lesson, right? That's really what it comes down to. Now, the big thing that I want to start talking about today is this. Yes, there's something different about redheads. Yeah, they're fucking crazy. They're crazy. Crazy. Just like I see this one girl on fucking all these stupid redhead libertarians on Twitter. This is something I'm going to start talking about today. This is a perfect segue, believe it or not. This fucking identity bullshit. Redheaded libertarian. That's what a lot of these kind of like sixes do. They go on Twitter. They identify with like some type of group, right? That's what the group, that's the niche that they belong to now. Because they're a girl and because they take these kind of cute photos of themselves, all the simps in that group fucking cling on and they give that girl clout. It's like there's this girl, I forget which redheaded libertarian it is, but she's a single mom. And she comes on the other day and she like supports Tommy Lahren or something like that. And she says, all men are trash. I've been dating for the last 15 years of my life and men are this way and blah, 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 blah. And oh yeah, I'm a single mom and all this other stuff. It's like, you're a fucking feminist. You have feminist beliefs. You're not really a libertarian. You don't understand below the surface level identity of the politic of libertarianism. Besides saying the catchphrases in order to get people on your side to make them believe that you're part of this group, you still are deeply, deeply, deeply rooted in the ideals of feminism. You don't really truly understand liberty. You don't really truly understand freedom. You're never going to vie for a society that truly has a free market, because what do you want? You want control over it. You want control over the sexual marketplace. You just belong to this identity group for popularity, but you don't really believe in the values associated to it. It's the same thing like we talked about the other day with Tommy Lahren. She's not really conservative. She's a feminist. She wants to put into action things that benefit women and take from men. She's a obvious man hater. She's been beaten up by the game, right? She got played by the game. And now she wants the game to have a socialized fucking score into it. Yeah. Redhead Girls got no soul. Exactly. But in reality, they're succubi. Facts. All succubi. I'm engaged to a redhead and tell her that frequently. LOL. I'm sorry for you. Oh, man. Anyway. Who hurt you, Corey? Fucking life. Life hurt me. And then I learned through pain the rules of the game. I learned through pain the reality of the situation rather than the ideal of what I believe it should be. And that's an amazing, amazing thing. And that's what I'm getting into right now. You want to know what? Like I said, today, I just fucking hate people. I fucking hate people. One of the biggest things I can't stand right now is, actually, I'm going to pull the goddamn Band-Aid off. I am fucking sick and tired of black people identifying as being black and using that as a means for them to be a fucking victim. And no matter what they do, no matter what solution is fucking given, it is, I must identify as black first. And there can be no solution because I want to continue to identify as black and believe in this social trope that everyone is anti-black, the system is rigged against black people, and therefore other people fucking owe me. Can't stand it. I can't tolerate this shit any longer. The other thing I can't stand is the same thing with women. Oh, I am a woman, therefore the system is against me. Because I am a woman, I am therefore weaker. And guess what? Everyone should lower the standard for me to make me feel more comfortable and XYZ. Can't tolerate that shit. I can't stand people that just identify by a political identity and use that political identity as a means to make up their entire argument, their entire belief system as to what should happen, as to what should be. I'm a Democrat, so therefore I believe in XYZ. Okay, why do you believe in that? Because I'm a Democrat. That's not a reason. Right? It's not a reason. You are just lumping yourself into an identity group so you don't have to think and that you don't have to effort and you don't have to stand alone possibly and defend your own personal values and beliefs. And as a matter of fact, what you end up doing is you try to buy into an identity that has been promoted as a special group or type of character or class of people. Let's talk about the rainbows right now. This is rainbow fucking warfare through and through. Because I identify as gay, I use this as my identity. It is the flag that I wave. I am this. So therefore, I can ascribe to all the harsh treatment that has happened in the past that is now my current pain. And because of this, now you have to treat me a certain way. I need to be held up as this tier of person in society. Let me say something here. Your sexual orientation is not a skill. Your sexual orientation is not anything special. You're not special because of your sexual orientation. Just like you're not special because of the color of your fucking skin. You're not special because of your gender. You're not special because of what fucking political party you belong to. As a matter of fact, if you identify as any one of those things and you lead with that, you are a faggot. Faggot. This is the definition of what a faggot really is. A faggot is an annoying motherfucker who leads with an identity and ascribes to that belief system and then bitches and moans when you don't fucking give them a special fucking binky style treatment because of that. That is being faggy. Right? I hate that shit. I hate it. That's why the word was applied to flamboyant homosexuals. Right? Because you're acting like a faggot. Right? If you come in here and you ruin the temperature of the room and you start telling people how to treat you because you feel like you deserve to be treated a certain way, oh, you can't do that because I'm this. Get fucked. You are a faggot. I hate it. I hate it. A conservative can be a faggot. Right? A Democrat can be a faggot. Right? Just because you're gay, I'm not going to not call you a faggot. If you're acting faggy, you're a faggot. Right? Equal opportunity in that aspect of doling out the faggotry. And how do you fucking get over this shit? You stop being that way. You stop expecting other people to treat you a certain way because of the way that you carry yourself or identify or whatever fucking characteristic you feel is special about yourself. Because guess what? The world does not fucking care. Nor should it. Right? Nor should it. I'm sick of this shit, man. Honestly, I want to live in a fucking society with people. This is why I like this group of people. It's a mix of everybody. We got black, we got white, we got Hispanic, but we all think the same. We all think as individuals. We're all free-thinking individuals, right? We don't fucking care or buy into it. Another big thing, and I'm going to drop this fucking bomb on you too, right? If you're the type of person who's going to get fucking all their panties in a fucking wad because I say the word nigger, right? With a fucking hard R, guess what? You're acting like a faggot. You're acting like an emotional little bitch. It's just a fucking word. Get the fuck over it, right? Am I calling you that? Maybe. Or am I just fucking saying it? I don't know. It's a fucking word. Get over it. But you know what that word originally fucking started off as? It's to identify an ignorant person. And someone's going to be like, oh, that's you just white-splaining some bullshit. Fuck you. No. There are words and they have fucking meanings for a reason. We shouldn't go around fucking sitting here and censoring people saying fucking words. As a matter of fact, it's your fucking duty to do the fucking research, to subscribe to the nuance and look at the reasons as to why someone is saying that. If I'm calling you nigger, it's probably because you're acting like a fucking idiot, right? You're acting like an ignorant jackass, a low class, low fucking consciousness, just stupid fucking person, right? And that's regardless of race. I don't give a fuck what color you are. I don't give a fuck what color you are. A word should not be fucking banned to one type of fucking colored person, right? In society. This is some shit that I've been wanting to get on this fucking high horse for a while. Honestly, I'm glad I'm letting it fucking roll. You want to know what makes a fucking society unfair and unstable? I hate using the word unfair because shit isn't fair, but unstable. It's when you create double standards. And then not just that, you don't just create a double standard, but then you flaunt that fucking double standard, right? So it's like, oh, rap music has nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, nigga that. Oh, what's up, my nigga? How you doing? All this other shit, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, but White boy says it. Oh my God, now we got to go to fucking fisticuffs because white guy said it. So don't make fucking popular culture implement a word that this supposed one group of people can't say. I don't believe in that shit. If a word is on the and this is where censorship comes in. This is a form of censorship. And I fucking hate to even say this word because I am not trying to fucking come off as the type of person to be like, oh, that's racist. That's faggotry right there. Oh, that's racist. That's racist. Corey's talking about race. That's racist. Shut the fuck up. But one thing I will say this is you can't sit there in a fucking society and tell one race of people that they can't say a fucking word. That's retarded. That's some ignorant ass shit. You're looking for some shit at this point in time. But the saddest part is white people in our fucking culture sat there and like, oh, yep, in order for me to be politically correct, which is fucking faggotry in general, they're like, oh, we're just going to stop saying that word. Maybe we'll win them over. It's like, no, fuck you. Shut up. Like, I fucking can't stand this stuff, man. Can't stand people being a victim because of their fucking identity that they ascribe to. And let's just get into it. Politics in general have ruined people. All of this comes down to politics. And the fact of the matter is this. Most of you people out there, I hope this shit gets fucking spread. Most of you people out there, you really arguing about saying the N-word? Hell yeah, I am, nigga. What's up? Let's go. What's your argument? Tell me why I can't say it. I'm a fucking free human being, right? I can say fucking words, can't I? I belong to a free fucking country, don't I? I can say words. It's up to you as a person to sit there, and if you feel an emotional response to it, digest it and figure out why you are having an emotional response to it. Why are you pointing the finger at me, telling me that I can't say something? Where it should be you that is sitting here and saying, why am I having a reaction to this? If we truly live in a free society, you have to be equally as responsible of maintaining freedom. I am not responsible for making you feel safe. I am not responsible for making you feel comfortable. I am not responsible for that. That is on you. That's on you. It's one of the biggest reasons why I can't stand what's going on right now when there's people out there that justify it. Oh, that white guy said nigger. Black people can go and punch him in the face now. Really? Really? Huh? So what you're saying is it is okay for someone who said a word to be assaulted and possibly fucking beaten and killed because he said a word. And it's okay for a black man or woman to have an emotional reaction to a word and then start some sort of violence, to assault another human being because they're having an emotional reaction. Do you see the level of control that's being operated when you play these types of games? Do you see it? Do you see when you sit here and you break that down, how just from that one instance that I'm talking about right now, how a political agenda can be moved to cause a separation, a divide in people? You see it? Just from saying that one little politically correct thing where white people can't say this word and black people are entitled to do this when it's said. You see how it causes a divide? You see the level of what politics do to people, especially, and this is what I was trying to get into before I saw this dude come up with a fucking, what's it called? Say something. You really arguing about saying the N-word? And then yet he still hasn't provided any type of argument as to why I shouldn't be able to say it. Let's hear it, buddy. But anyway, you see how the majority of people can't handle politics. Seriously, the majority of people cannot handle politics, yet everyone feels as though they are entitled to be a part of politics. And the worst part yet is what? I'm sitting here and I'm watching kids that are 15. Like, look at this Kyle Kashuv kid, right?
Sure. All right. He was a senior in high school. They had a pretty gnarly mass shooting there. And then he comes out as this conservative voice standing for whatever, right? Still being in support of Second Amendment rights and all this other shit. But now this kid is a political pundit at, I'm sure he's like 20, 21 now. But our school systems, everything that Jawa is a hard R. Yeah, it's now nigga, not nigger. Yeah, but at the same time, the original word was nigger to mean in what's it called? An ignorant person. That was the word, right? Now it's just a brotherly term with the A and all this other stuff and XYZ. Who cares? I don't care. Who cares how people say shit, whatever. Let's just fucking understand the truth and the reality of things. Let's get over this bullshit of fucking codifying who can say this word and who can't. It comes down to emotions. It comes down to people being in control of their emotions, understanding the philosophical argument that I'm presenting right now, understanding the slippery slope that once you start to have this divide in a fucking civilization or a country or a community of who can do X and who can't, who gets these special privileges and who doesn't, it then turns into a political fucking nightmare. And the baseline should be what? Everyone's free. Everyone's free to do X, Y, and Z, especially when it comes to the first fucking amendment of freedom of speech. Right? You should change your pick then, dude. In all honesty. I'm still waiting for your argument as to why I can't say nigger or nigga or whatever. Nigga. That's the whitest way to say it. Like that fucking teacher, that white ass teacher in Florida or something like that said it to a black kid. Oh man. MLT is definitely a hard R. I love it. But that's the standard that we need to have. That's funny. Fat guys are offended. Yeah, he walked into the wrong fucking chat today. I'll tell you what. This is the fucking hardest group of dudes that are just gonna cutthroat you like no fucking question for sure. There is no chill up in this chat. There's no. I'm fucking going straight no chill today. Period on all this stuff. But anyway, what standard would be better for a society? What standard would be better for everyone? To have freedom for people to fully and freely express themselves vocally and verbally, right? Or do we want to live in this nightmare that we've been living in for the past, 25 years of political correctness, where now everyone has to sit there and walk on eggshells when talking to someone because you might hurt their feelings. And we see the slippery slope that's happened since then. You see it. You cannot police people's language. And if you are having an emotional reaction to things that someone's saying, you have two options. Walk away, turn off the channel, leave, XYZ, right? Or sit there, philosophically understand what the person is saying, utilizing this fucking noodle that you have, and then come up with fucking counter arguments if you don't like it or don't believe in it. But you got to sit there in the suck and you got to embrace it. And you got to understand, okay, why am I having this emotional feeling? Why am I having this emotional response? What do I have to do with it? What's it telling me? Oh, I just don't like what he's saying right now because it's making me feel uncomfortable. Oh, fucking well. Guess what? I don't give a fuck about you feeling uncomfortable. I don't. You're a weak bitch. You probably need to go and fucking get uncomfortable a lot more, right? The world is a harsh motherfucker. Trust me. We're approaching some times coming up here pretty soon where these fucking snowflakes are going to melt like crazy. The last thing that you're going to have to be worrying about is someone saying a hard R N-word, right? I hate fucking saying the N-word. It's political fucking bullshit. I can't stand that. I can't stand being censored like that. I think it's bullshit. Can't stand it. I'm fucking done with this shit. I was talking to my group earlier today too. I cuss a lot. I love cussing. I think people need to hear more of this stuff. I think people need to hear some straight up truth coming out of someone's mouth, unfiltered like this stuff. And from what I'm seeing, I see it happening with Joker. I see it happening with Coach Greg Adams. I saw a bunch of their stuff the other day. Donovan Sharp. I don't know any of these other guys, but then other main channels that I watch too. I forget who else, but they're beeping out all the swears. They're codifying words to make it get through the filters so that they can continue to get more exposure and be a part of the algorithm and all this other shit. You guys are trying to be part of a fucking system that does not like you, does not want you, and will fucking axe you once they fucking catch on. Or once you start really making some fucking waves. Stop playing their fucking game, man. Stop sucking the dick of the fucking master. That's what you're doing. Drop the heat. Say what you fucking need to say. Say it the way it needs to be said. I'm sick of this shit. And mind you guys, the way that we can beat this system right now is not me over here trying to be Mr. Mastermind of like codifying my words to beat the algorithm. You know how we fucking beat this system? You fucking hit the share button. You share it with your friends. That's how you vote. That's how you vote. That's how you spread this shit. That's how you spread this shit. That's how this shit catches on. You spread it to your friends. Yo, this dude's speaking some fucking truth. Listen to this guy. Algorithm, fuck it. Who cares? It's already against me. Who cares? But you guys need to be the one. You need to be the ones that share this with friends, share it with family, share it on your Facebook, share it on your Twitter. Right? This is how we spread it. We fucking take the power back by saying, this is what we want to be seen. I'm going to have to download this video afterwards, though, before it gets fucking taken off. This is definitely getting taken off. And I don't care. Obviously, you guys can tell I don't care about monetization. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care about this fucking game, right? I don't think he's not married to her, but he's in a long-term relationship. And I do like Donovan Sharp. I really do. I think he's got a lot of great stuff. He's got a lot of great stuff. But that being said, too, it's very myopic. Everyone's capitalizing right now on this red pill, focusing on the manosphere type of stuff, talking about girls constantly. I've diversified completely. I've gone off a completely different fucking direction of just telling the fucking truth. That's it. That's all I care about. I'll tell you the truth about fucking everything. Liberal View says, I don't agree with you on most stuff, but I find your point of view interesting. So then deep down, you kind of do agree with me. If you find it interesting, deep down, you do understand the truth of it. You just haven't come to terms with accepting it because it's scary to be fucking on your own when it comes to this stuff. It's not pleasant. It's not nice. People aren't going to accept your views when you start talking like this shit, right? Because it's not nice. But who cares? We're done with niceties. We've done nice for the last 70 years. Where's it gotten us as far as the country's concerned, as far as the community's concerned, as far as overall happiness is concerned, as far as optimizing our lifestyles here in this country is concerned? It's gotten us fucking nowhere. We've regressed. The fat pussy made Corey go wild. That's a possibility. I see some pain in your passion. Time to let it go, bud. I know you understand why it's important. The opposite of resistance is abundance. Yes and no. Yes and no. I'm telling people the view that you should start operating from, because being politically correct is getting people nowhere. And I'm passionate about that. It's like it's better to operate in the truth. I saw this really, really cool picture the other day. It was Death standing next to like a little angel or something like that. And the angel was holding out this ball of light. And underneath the little angel, it said, life, the pleasant lie. And then it had the Grim Reaper and it said death. And it said the unpleasant truth. And it's kind of funny, because I think that I operate more on the dark/death side than I do operating on that light side. And this is part of integration. You know all about this stuff. And this is something that I think that you're going to have to also see, Brian, is that focusing too much on the light side of things kind of sells you this positive lie, this comfortable lie of how life should be. But death, especially going through these rituals that we've gone through, that's death. It's killing off that lie that we've been sold. Let's see what else. I'm the 9. I'm back. Okay. Oh, I'm mirroring this. All right. I want to get into fighting, but I could run the risk of getting TBI. So go fucking fight. It's like saying I want to get into fighting, but I could run the risk of stubbing my toe. Who cares? You stub your toe, you move on. You get TBI. I mean, like, you would really have to be fighting a lot and actually getting into fucking professional MMA fights to be getting TBI. Training, it's not going to happen, dude. Get in there, stop making excuses, start fucking training and fighting, start a martial art, get through the uncomfortable fucking phase of it all. It sucks. It sucks. I'm 4.5 years into jiu-jitsu right now, and I'm finally just now learning how to fight without injuring myself. 4.5 years. I had an injury 2.5 years ago, rather, where I pinched a nerve in my neck, doing some stupid shit, probably over gripping and doing a whole bunch of stuff. And I literally atrophied the entire upper chest and my entire tricep on my arm. It turned into a baby arm. Like, all the muscles disappeared, and I had to fully rehab on top of having like this pinch in my neck for a year and some change. And I kept training. It's like, because jiu-jitsu and martial arts and training myself to fight and defend myself was more valuable to me in the long run for things than quitting and running away. I'm going to start Kempo. Why? Do a more practical fucking martial art. I hate to get on you about this stuff. Muay Thai, boxing, jiu-jitsu. Muay Thai, boxing, jiu-jitsu. Okay? And I would even say Muay Thai over boxing. The two really should be jiu-jitsu / Muay Thai. That's what you should be working. You need to know your kicks. You're going to learn the angles from boxing, all that other stuff. So it took me about, like, there were months where I couldn't even do a push-up. I had no tricep. I had no chest development. It was insane. I had to go and start seeing a chiropractor in order to ease up that pinched nerve, and acupuncture once a week. And once that started to happen, all the nerves started to heal and I was able to rebuild. But then I started to, and I started to build muscle back. So good. Men who seek to be equal with women lack ambition. You also have to take into consideration this, though. A lot of men have been taught that they need to be equal with women. And this was a means to subvert a masculine mind to lower his standards for himself and his lifestyle, and then also lower the standards so that women can come up and rise to the occasion. So there's a lot of men out there who have been brainwashed into believing this is the way. It's not. Excuse me. Men who seek to be equal with women are also looking at it as a sexual strategy, because most men are not used to being able to tell women no. Most men are not used to being able to establish and maintain boundaries with women. And most men are not able to actually understand that women don't like nice guys. They don't. They would much rather prefer being with someone like me, who's an asshole. Actually, I consider myself a dick, who holds them to strict, rigid boundaries, who doesn't give them the attention when they desire it, right? And who talks to them like kind of a fucking, I kind of talk to them like a businessman in a way, right? Like, honestly. But I'm clear, I'm concise. And, you know, obviously I play the seduction game as well. So it's better to be the other way, the bad guy, what most men would consider bad guy. Now, Q fucking simp Twitter, simp YouTube, and all these other people who are going to sit there and say, oh, you're a loser for treating women like dirt. It's like, that's just you trying to think that your sexual strategy is going to prevail. And it's not. I can already tell you, because I was that guy for a while. So you just got to learn. You just got to get your dick ground in the dirt for a long time. And maybe you'll learn. Maybe you'll learn. I know I have guys that hit me up all the time that tell me about their 70-year-old father who's still blue pill, thinking just keep treating women the same way and one day it'll work. It's like, that is the definition of insanity. So that's how metal was invented. It was a counter to the hippie, lovey-dovey. Oh, metal as in like the metal style of music. Got you. Dicks, fuck, pussies, and assholes too, Chuck. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm just pretending like I didn't. I'm sure, just like though, that it was found unconstitutional. Is this from the Supreme Court? Because I know that they tried to overturn in the circuit court the ID requirement and a background check for purchasing of ammo here. They overturned that, and the next day, the attorneys for the government appealed it. So now it's still in what's it called? Yeah, Ninth Circuit. So the same thing will happen. The same thing will happen that happened to the background check for ammo. Is it'll get caught up in an appeal and it'll still hold true. And then they're just using this whole COVID thing right now to not process any of this stuff anyway. So it's just gonna hold through. That's my opinion. Shadow is up in here, my friend. What's up? I highly recommend you watch this from the beginning when you get the chance. Oh, beautiful. All right, good. That makes a lot more sense. So eat dominoes, steal money, no shame. MLD manifesto. Modern life bloating. I gotta say something to you right now about your boy MGTOW Dictionary. MGTOW Dictionary. Not a fan. Because I could have sworn that we had a level of mutual respect after I came on his show. And I believe the next week it was that he was out there calling me a closeted homosexual. So one thing I don't like about people like him is he hides behind a fucking avatar. And I'm sure he's trying to say that on a condition of anonymity. But I would say, just judging by his character, the fact of the matter is he talks a big game, like he's got all this shit going on in his life. But the fact of the matter is he probably doesn't, and he's hiding behind that. The next thing is that, he's very dramatic and he's definitely emotionally unstable. So I'm not a fan of that, man. Just being real with you on that. If going back to what I talked about with whatever dude was up there, no, I guarantee you, someone sent me a clip where he said specifically that I was a closeted homosexual. So that burned the bridge right there. I don't respect that type of stuff. If you're gonna come at me. He should have said it to my face if he thought that, right? But he played cool, and then to his fans, in order to kind of like tout himself as the big bad boy, he said that stuff. So fuck that guy. He can eat a dick. And I don't believe any of the shit that he fucking says is true about himself, what kind of disposition he has, about his body weight or the money that he makes or any of that shit, or even about his fucking, even about his profession. So, yeah, that guy can eat a huge bag of dicks. He seems like a fucking liar anyway. So just throwing that out there. But I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you making the connection before and supporting me when I went on there. So good stuff. Good shit. So I think that's going to wrap it up. I do want to talk about one little piece right now, and it goes back to the politics aspect of stuff. I just said one thing about it where, the big thing that I notice about most people today is they are too caught up in politics. And the reason why politics is such an alluring and attractive addiction to people, where they cling on to it so fast, is number one, obviously, through our school systems and college is just a means to radicalize people into a political spectrum. That's all college is today. Let's be honest. Like, you have to understand this shit. Next, hang on, let me hit this one up. Guys I know who are making bank don't dog on others who don't, nor do they gloat on their own accomplishments. I got what you're saying. I don't know if that's at me or at MGTOW Dictionary, but I get it. Going back to the politics stuff. Politics are usually something that take years and years and years of you searching your moral inventory. Ooh, I'll give you a frag update here in a minute. How's that sound, bud? Their own moral inventory, and it takes years, and it takes years through experiencing the world for you to start to learn to develop your morals and ethics. Because first, you need to learn virtue, and from virtue comes your morals and ethics, if that makes any sense. When you're 18 to 22, you know nothing about the world. So the only thing you can do is you can now subscribe to either or, right? That's essentially what it comes down to. You're either or. You're going to either be part of the blue team or the red team. And okay, there are some people out there right now that subscribe to libertarianism, which is just equally as retarded, because all libertarianism is just liberalism light at this point in time. It's been subverted by lefties and people that don't understand life either. They want to live in a fucking makeshift, make-believe world. They don't understand things, right? They also don't understand that 80% of people don't understand freedom. So you're really not going to be able to live in a world that has no government. Because 80% of people, believe it or not, need to be governed, especially based off of how our school systems are today. Because we don't teach people how to freely think. We don't teach people how to come up with their own conclusions. We don't teach people to go out into the real world and start applying the lessons in the real world to their own moral compass in order to build and develop their own ethics. And that's why politics are a dangerous game. But what we see happening right now is all these people who go through these schools, especially here in California, they go through, like, people are already identifying as liberal. They're already identifying as liberal outside of high school. They're already identifying as Democrat, because that's what nice people do. That's what nice people do. Nice people are liberal. Those people over there, the conservatives, they're the ones that are mean. They don't like colored people. They don't like the coloreds. They don't like people with color. They don't want to help people out with Medicare, because Medicare or medical care is a right. It's not. That's someone's profession. You can't force someone to do their profession as on behest of you. It's like going up to a prostitute and saying, "I'm lonely. You need to give me sex." Right? We need to universalize prostitution. Not a bad idea. I could run on that ticket. That's a fucking hell of a ticket to run on. Anyway, politics are something that take years and years and years of self-reflection for you to start to understand what should happen in the world and the way that things should happen, right? Because it's a should. That's all politics are. It's a should. This is the way things should happen. I have these ideas and beliefs. Now, the next thing is this. I would much rather have a world where everyone has their own unique and individual form of politics, steeped in the ideas of freedom, however, than to have political parties. I think that's a way better world. Like, if someone were to come up to me and say, "Corey, What political party do you identify under? I identify as Corey Capella. Those are my politics. Those are my beliefs. That's my political party. This is me. It's just me. That's it. I say the things that I believe are right. I come up with policies that I think should work and can work. Give you the why. I give you the how. And ultimately, I'm responsible for them. And I'm responsible to them. Me personally. It's one of the things, even though propertarianism, now known as peepitarianism, that's one thing that I liked about it. When they talked about if someone were to sign something into law, they sign it under their name so that everyone knows who's responsible for putting that into it. And you, as the person who passed this law, are legally bound to that law, meaning you're responsible for it. You're responsible for the outcomes of it. You're responsible for, it's like if I came up with a corrupt law that established crony capitalism and billions were stolen from people, guess what? I'm responsible for that. Now you can come at me. You know who, it has a face to it. You can come at me and my family. So people are going to be a lot more responsible when it comes to and think fully through the second, third, fourth order effects of what their propositions will do to people. Corey, you've touched on stoicism. Seems to me a movement towards that amongst younger men. Yeah. But I got my qualms with stoicism as well. Because I don't think people fully, truly understand what needs to be done there. So I'll talk a little bit more about that coming up here as far as, I'm more of a fan of not being stoic I'm a fan of having a stoic disposition on things and not letting your emotions run you, but you have to learn about your emotions first. And that's what EQ is. That's what empathy is. Empathy is understanding my emotions and also understanding what my actions do to other people's emotions, right? It's not being, when people say they're empathetic, they're just really saying that they're being toxically sympathetic, right? Because they're feeling for the other person. That's not what empathy is. It's just understanding what some actions may have on people's emotional well-being. Hey, Corey. What's your take on girls versus boy BJJ kid matches at tournaments? Seems like a no-win situation for boys' reputation. Yes or no? Yeah, I don't like it either. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. When the girl wins too, she also starts to think that she could beat boys. And then once they fucking turn 12, 13, it's like a whole different story. I'll tell you one thing. I am never, ever matched up or paired with women in BJJ just because my body weight alone. And I mean, I have people that I'll tell you. I was going to tell you a story, but I don't feel like talking shit. But a lot of people today alone just run away from me. So yeah, I don't like it. I agree with you there. Unless you're Amish, because by the time they're 18, they can pretty much run a damn business. Okay. I weigh 230 pounds. Let's go back up to my man up here. Arif, maybe. We'll see. He asked me about fragrances. Any fragrance update? It is the summer right now. I have not purchased a new fragrance in months. I've had a big change of heart as far as fragrance is concerned. I've kind of hit my limit. I started to go down the dark path into the niche fragrance community and ordering a bunch of samples. And I started to realize that I didn't like a lot of this stuff that were touted as some of the best niche fragrances. And I just kind of realized I have the fragrances that I like and I'm happy with them. So I'm going to stay there. And then also the money aspect of stuff. So I'm happy with where I'm at. Now it's the summer. What I would be wearing the majority of, I would be rocking fucking, you guys always hear me say this, but I would be rocking Jean-Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male like crazy right now. This heat is going to pull out that sweetness. Ooh, and it's going to get that pussy popping, especially for like club type stuff or, you know, going on a fun little date. I've been wearing a lot of Prada Luna Rosa Black. Love Prada Luna Rosa Black. Very fresh, fun. I would also be wearing La Nuit de l'Homme. Is that? Yeah, YSL. Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme. I'm a big fan of that right now as well. Just really, really good fragrance in the summer. Big fan of Versace The Dreamer. That's a really nice, clean fragrance. Very cheap too, especially if you get it off of Fragrance X, I believe. Very cheap. Very good Versace. Even Dylan Blue. Not a big fan of the blues. They go way too hard on the I forgot the exact amber. Not the organic stuff, but the synthetic version of amber something. Ambroxan or something like that, I believe it's called. Ambroxan. I hate anything with Ambroxan in it. I hate it. Your fucking Dior Sauvage, your Bleu de Chanel, even Jeremy Fragrances. Date has a lot of Ambroxan in it. Can't stand it. It's disgusting. But Dylan Blue, really good fragrance. Of course, my baby. Never get away from my fucking Fabulous from Tom Ford. Smells great right now. Got a good, fresh, powdery scent. And of course, the king. Oh, wait. I got a couple others that I don't talk about. But the king is Leighton by Parfums de Marly. If there's any one fragrance that you should and must own, it's Leighton by Parfums de Marly. That's like a no-brainer. Got to have it in the arsenal. Gotta have it. Let's see if I got any comments down here. Yeah, Givenchy for sure. Really, really awesome stuff. Yep, Leighton. JJ the Terrible's on it. Absolutely. A lot of Tom Ford is not good. I will agree with you there. I have Tom Ford Oud Wood, Tobacco Vanille, and fucking Fabulous. Those are the 3 Tom Fords that I own. Oud Wood is, man, I'll tell you what, anything Oud, yeah, man, it's a hard wear. It's a hard one to wear. Yeah, I'm not mentioning the 2. Those are the secret weapons. You can only fucking find out about that if you belong to the WarTribe, is the 2 main killers. But yeah, the majority of Tom Ford stuff is no bueno. I really wanted to like the new Rose one that he came out with. I forgot what it's called. It's something kind of sexual, which is kind of funny. Forgot though. But yeah, I haven't ever smelled this one. Don't know. Don't have any perspective on it. If I could throw something out there that's kind of cheap, All Saints has 3 particular fragrances that I was a fan of. All Saints has 3 good ones that I smelled at the store a while back. I definitely like to add those to the repertoire. And then I'd also like to add John Varvatos with, what the fuck is his name? One of the Jonas brothers, the blue. Jonas. It's like Varvatos and Jonas Blue, not the red, the blue. That's also something that I'd like to add, even though that smells a little bit too typical cologne smelling for me, but it's not terrible. I enjoyed that. So those are my takes that you should be wearing during the summer right now with the higher heat and a little bit of humidity. That's all I got. Yep. That's the show, guys. Like I said, I fucking dropped some fire earlier today, and I don't expect this to be on the air, so I'm going to actually download this like right afterwards, and I'm probably going to post this to BitChute as well. So do subscribe to my BitChute. But what I'd really like for you to do is hit that fucking share button and share it with as many people as you can. That's the only way to win right now. Only way to win. So that's all I got. I will see you guys later. For those of you that are watching after the live stream, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. If you're a silly SJW that got their fucking panties in a wad, let's try to negate the emotional fucking drivel and maybe actually counter some of my arguments. Like, come up with a rational thought in that brain of yours and tell me why I shouldn't be saying a naughty word like faggot or nigger or whatever, right? Tell me why I shouldn't be saying that. Give me a legit argument. Tell me why I can't be saying that stuff. Okay? That's all I got. I'll see you fuckers later. Adios.